Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Happy New Year. It is a new year. It is going to be a fun year in NASCAR, I believe. We are 45 days away from the 2026 Daytona 500, the great American race. So, as we've done for the last, 60 days, we have counted down and profiled each and every car number from 104. We are down to 45. We are getting just so close to the Daytona 500. So we should hopefully find out next week what the new what the new format's going to be, points format, points system. I know there's a lot of rumors out there. Again, my thought would be full season points, just because the PR-ness of the lawsuit and everything. There's some people think there's going to be some playoff, which, hey, NBC said no. We don't want anything to do with it. Y'all just tell us what you're doing, and we'll show the races. Which I think because of the TV contract, there only being 5 races on NBC. That's why they're okay with doing that, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I'm leaning toward full season. Not what I personally want, but I think that's what's going to happen. Personally, I like playoffs. I like the excitement of the elimination. I know with a full season, you still have the elimination. You have a kind of a hard elimination because there's no points available. But we'll see what happens. But you know what? We are 45 days away. We're going to profile car number 45. We will discuss the playoffs when there is a major announcement by NASCAR. All right, the number 45. As we look at it today, Tyler Reddick, 2311. But it has a history prior to that, obviously. 974 starts among 87 different drivers. 5 drivers have won 13 races. 87 top 5s, 198 top 10s, 15 poles. The first time the 45 was on the side of a car was August 4th, 1950. The last time, obviously, November 2nd, 2025. 322 times it was a Ford, 288 as a Dodge, 162 as a Toyota, 109 as a Chevy, 50 Pontiac, 40 Plymouth, 22 Oldsmobile, 18 Mercury, 12 Buick, 3 Hudson, 2 Nash, and a Lincoln. Obviously, a lot of people look at the 45 as Kurt Busch's car. Now, I look at it as Adam Petty's number. And the driver with the most starts in the number 45 in the Cup is actually Kyle Petty. We know when Adam passed away from the accident at New Hampshire in the Xfinity car, or Busch car then, that Kyle took it upon himself to be a substitute driver for Adam. He took over the 45 for a number of years, 245 starts, 1 top 5, 6 top 10s, average finish 27.5. For those of you who don't know, Adam Petty was the oldest son, I think he's the oldest, of Kyle Petty. He was obviously the grandson of Richard. He would remind you of a young Richard Petty. Everyone had their high hopes that he could be that level of driver. He was supposed to be the next big thing at that time. Was running an Xfinity car. He made 1 start at Texas, April of 2000, before Lee passed away. So, great grandfather got to see the 4th generation run a Cup race. And then he ended up in New Hampshire that year in an Xfinity car. I think throttle stuck and hit the wall, basically skull fracture, I think is what basically the same cause of death for Dale Earnhardt. Obviously, we've learned a lot about safety since then, thank God, but we did lose several drivers in the late 90s, early 2000s. But Kyle drove 245 starts in there, kind of being a substitute driver for his son. Bill Seifert actually drove the car prior to that, 200 starts, 3 top 5s, 45 top 10s, average finish of 18.5. Tyler Reddick has been in there with 2311 since Kurt was injured. Following year, actually, it's shocking that Tyler's had 108 starts in that 45, 5 wins, 29 top 5s, 51 top 10s, average finish of 14.4. Baxter Price had 85 starts in that car, number 45, 21.9 average finish. Eddie Pagan, 50 starts, 4 wins, 27 top 5s, 36 top 10s, average finish of 8.2. Leroy Yarborough, 33 starts, 2 wins, 13 top 5s, 19 top 10s, average finish of 12.3. And then Kurt Busch had 20 starts that year. He had a win, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s, average finish of 6.9. Now, when Kurt got hurt at Pocono that year, they ended up putting Ty Gibbs in 45 until the playoffs started. Since Kurt won, the 45 was in the playoffs. So they moved Bubba to the 45 and put Ty Gibbs in the 23. Bubba ran 9 races in the 45. Yeah, he got suspended for a race. I think was that the year he got suspended? Yeah, I think it was actually. No, that was a fall race at Vegas. So 9 races for Bubba that year in the 45. 1 win, Kansas that year. 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, average finish of 17.0 in his time in the 45. I know there was a lot of talk about that win at Kansas that year when he drove the 45 Root Insurance car, and everyone online was like, Bubba can't do this, Bubba can't do that. He only won because it was Kurt Busch's setup. Now, this is legit what people said online. So, Bubba can only win races in cars that are capable of winning. Is that correct? Well, he only won because it was Kurt Busch's setup. Right. So that means that 2311 is not setting the 23 up so it can win races. So it's not a Bubba thing. It's a team thing. Yeah, people like to argue with that one. But you know what? Whatever. Bubba won. In the Xfinity car, for number 45, 398 starts among 48 different drivers, 11 top 5s, 53 top 10s. First race was March 13th, 1982. Last race was November 1st, 2025. Charlie Luck had the most starts at 97, 4 top 5s, 34 top 10s, average finish of 14.5. Young Adam Petty, 40 starts in Xfinity car number 45, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, average finish 26.3. I know Kurt talked about this when 2311 added the second team and they wanted number 45. Kurt, called up Kyle Petty and talked to him about it because it was a Petty number. At the time, NASCAR owns the numbers. But when a number has been kind of tied to a family like that, some people out of respect, especially some of the older drivers, will call them up and talk to them and make sure they're okay with it. Just like with Dale Earnhardt, when he left DEI and went to Hendrick, he wanted number that ended in 8. So he wanted a 28. He wanted like a man number, he said. 2-digit man number ended in 8. He called Robert Yates. Hey, I'm going to Hendrick. I'm wanting to do something with an 8. How about the 28? And Robert said no. He said that Texaco did not want the number on the track anymore. That Robert was actually paying the fee to NASCAR to hold the number. That do what you want, but I prefer you didn't. Which somebody suggested the 88, and Dale went, hey, we'll just put 2 8s together. That works even better. The 28's only made 1 start since. So owners do have a say. So again, Kurt Busch said he called up Kyle Petty. Obviously, Kyle was all for it. Now, if you look at number history, Lee Petty, the founding father of the Petty family, 42. The King was in the 43. When Kyle drove for the family team, he was in the 44. So it just made sense for Adam to be in the 45. Now, Adam's cousin, Richard's nephew, Dad Moffitt, drives in the Truck Series. He drove the 46 a lot, kind of that next number down. So that's why Adam Petty had the 45 for one Cup race and then his Xfinity time. Patty Moise, 36 starts in Xfinity Series, 24.6 average finish. Josh Bilicki, 33 starts, average finish 30.0. Kyle Petty, 15 starts in Xfinity Series in the number 45, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, average finish of 16.9. Stephen Parsons, 15 starts, 1 top 10, average finish of 22.5. On the truck side, 38 different drivers started 237 races. One driver won 4 races, 18 top 5s, 48 top 10s, all total for the number 45. That is from April 17th, 1999 through October 31st, 2025. Lawless Allens made the most starts, 48, 1 top 10, average finish of 23.9. Caden Honeycutt made 30 starts, 4 top 5s, 15 top 10s, average finish of 14.0. We know Caden will go on to the number 11 for Tricon Garage in the Truck Series in 2026. When he drove the 45, he drove for Nice Motorsports, the same as Ross Chastain. Had 28 starts in that 45 truck, 4 wins, 13 top 5s, 21 top 10s, average finish 9.0. Justin Fontaine, 24 starts, 2 top 10s, average finish of 20.2. Ty Majeski had 15 starts in the 45 truck with 3 top 10s and average finish of 18.4. So we are 45 days away from the Great American Race, the 2026 Daytona 500. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader sports channel content.